Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you are in the world, welcome and thank you for joining us. This is AutoVision News Radio at AutoSens and InCabin USA 2025 from the Huntington Place in downtown Detroit. We are joined by Robert Van Hamersveld, Business Development Manager of KD Tech. Robert brings over 3 decades of expertise in micro, nano, and photonics technologies with a journey that has traversed LiDAR, augmented reality, mobile camera systems, and photonic integrated circuits. The application ventures span data communications, robotics, and free space optical links, which ultimately push the boundary of connectivity. Now with KD Tech, Robert is channeling this deep tech expertise into the automotive industry with CMOS-based transceiver technology for harsh environment applications, including early innovations that even hint at the future of flying cars. Robert, welcome to AutoSens and InCabin. Good to see you, friend.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about KD Tech and some of the solutions that you offer and some of the work you're doing in automotive today.
Sure. So what a lot of people don't know, KD Tech is a Spanish company. They're located in Madrid, and they have been in the business since 2010. And the specialization of the company is to basically invent and evolve, hence also the name, this meeting the Shannon minute or challenging the Shannon limit.
Yes.
High-speed communications. And the evolution that we've had during those years, moving from 2010 to now, is going from polymer optical fiber into glass optical fiber.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What are you showcasing here for our AutoSens attendees? What's at your booth this year?
So what's at our booth is an automotive grade glass optical fiber link, showing, I would say, that connection between the camera and a display, and we're doing that by building on our latest chip,
yes,
which came out of our Lopez project. We always give our projects internally a puppy name, if you will, but the code name is KD7251,
yeah,
and we're showcasing that here at the booth at the show.
It's a remarkable innovation.
Yep. Yeah, we're proud of it. Let me put it that way.
And as well you should be. So what are some of the main features then and characteristics of what you have on display, but also, you know, what we're discussing, the KD7251?
Yeah, maybe it's good to split that up in 2 sections.
Sure.
Because every solution has a software component and a hardware component.
Right.
There's no hardware without software and no software without hardware.
Right.
But when KD Tech embarked on this adventure, they wanted to be sure that, of course, they comply with the automotive standards.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And that means that you need a functional passport, you need a harsh environment passport, and they have all these nice code names in the industry. So we work very closely in conjunction with those standards, the ACB, the AEC for harsh environments. But the big driver when you enter a new industry, especially with fiber optics, is also that you work as an ecosystem and a group in accordance with a standard, and that standard is the Ethernet standard that we have is the 802.3CZ, and that is something that we are continuing to evolve around, and also to make sure that the encapsulation and everything that goes with it in the IEEE 1722, that we can accommodate all the protocols and everything that goes with it.
Sure, sure. Here's a question that I've had since I met KD Tech and have interviewed some of your other colleagues before, but how do you integrate all of this functionality into an optical transceiver? How is that possible?
Well, it's a shift. So I'm originally from the datacom market, starting in the 2000s, and I always use the analogy. You know, if you look at the transceivers as they are today in the data center environment, they're about this size, right? And the only way to be able to compete and to have and to evolve in this automotive industry is to make sure that you're cost competitive and that you're automotive compliant, as I just mentioned. So the best way for us was to migrate into a established technology on a chip level. And that means that we have a single chiplet, which basically is carrying all the functional building blocks inside. The ecosystem itself, there are two components that we source because you're not the best at everything.
Sure.
And those typically, in our case, are the laser itself, the VCSEL, and the photodiode.
Right.
And all that then is integrated into a BG or onto a BGA package, which is automotive grade because it needs to be reflow solderable.
Sure.
And withstand those higher temperatures when you stop manufacturing this.
Right. Single chip solution as well. What are some of the characteristics of that single chip? Why is that single chip solution important?
Well, the single chip solution is important for a number of reasons. I can get into the detail of the CMOS die that carries all the the DSPs, the electronics, the mixed signal arrangement, the monitors, etc. The importance is that you reach a cost and function level.
Sure.
That people can, integrate it in a way that makes it attractive or at least on par, which we have validated over the last period of time because fortunately it's coming down, copper is getting more expensive, and that adventure is giving us the opportunity in combination with that integration to start competing in this sector of the market.
Sure. So we have this single chip solution, this single chip approach. You have hybrid packaging as well. That's a key component of this, hybrid packaging with KD Tech.
Yeah.
It's remarkable. It's innovative all at the same time. So again, one of the other questions I've had since I first met KD Tech and have interviewed your colleagues is, and I'll ask you the same question I asked them, how do you manufacture it in a series production or in a method that would support that high volume necessary for the automotive industry?
Well, that's a very good question. So extrapolating from the ecosystem itself, which I just explained with all the different ingredients, KD Tech has come to find out that because of the accuracies and the positioning that is needed and the entire process, that we have to embrace that process as well.
Yeah.
So starting out in 2010, the company was a design house, but now they're executing to to integrate a lot of functionality and have it under your own management when it comes to putting that whole solution together. Yeah.
Speaking with Robert Van Hamersveld, Business Development Manager of KD Tech. Always fascinating to hear what you're working on and your innovations. From all of us here at AutoSens and InCabin, thank you for being with us, for sharing your expertise, for sharing your knowledge, for sharing an inside look at the technology at KD Tech. Have a great rest of the event. Safe travels back home to Madrid. And I look forward to being able to doing this again sometime soon.
Yeah, and I hope to see the adoption of fiber optics like I saw it in the Datacom, like I'm seeing NVIDIA change their mind going from copper. So we're very enthusiastic about the future.
Likewise. From the Huntington Place in downtown Detroit for AutoSens and InCabin USA 2025, I'm Carl Anthony, AutoVision News Radio.